Mark Torres is pitching for the Corndogs, and every pitching change is brought to you by local IBEW, local 697. Score is 4-2. Runner at first base, 2 outs. Runner on the move. Here's the pitch. It drops low to Jaden Deal. He blocks it. But on the play, Fusick will move up to second base. Tying run to plate in the form of Connor Janik. Again, we cannot stress on how sorry we are with these technical difficulties. If we knew what was wrong, we would have figured it out, fixed it a long time ago. It's just one of those nights at the ballpark. But hopefully the Corndogs can win, so it'd feel at least a little sweeter. As Tor looks in for his sign, as he likes to put the glove on the left of his chest. Here he comes, the pitch, and swings right through it is Connor Janis. Count will be 1-2 with 2 outs. Can Mark Tor get the out here and go to the bottom of the 7th inning with his team up 2 runs? Tying run at the plate. Tor looking in for his sign. He looks intimidating when he does it that way, Noel. As he just peers over his glove, looking in for the sign from Jaden Deal. He gets it. The right-hander is set. He fires. Swing and a miss. Mark Tor strikes out Janis, picks up his first strikeout, and that's going to be the 3rd out and end the top of the 7th inning. We're here to the Corndogs half of the 7th inning, but we won't take a break as we have to still recognize some of our proud sponsors. Starting with Macron, the official jersey partner of the Lake County Corndogs. Work hard, play harder. Misprint, the official printing partner of the Lake County Corndogs. We specialize in delivering the highest quality signs and printing on time and within budget. Big or small, we do it all. Visit misprintindiana.com to learn more about our services. That's misprintindiana.com. Off Square Brewing, the official brewing partner of the Lake County Corndogs. At Off Square Brewing, we strive to be just that, off square. We think and brew outside the box. Plumbers Local 210 is a proud partner of Lake County Corndogs. We strive to provide and maintain education of apprentices and upgrading of journeymen in the plumbing industry. And Noel, it's been a fun one, and it looks as though the Crestwood Panthers will dip into their bullpen once again. Appears to be number 26.
Charlie Farrow.
Charlie Farrow will come up from the bullpen as Jay Cook will call it today as he was effective. He struck out 7 as he started from the 2nd inning and worked his way into the 6th and battled this Corndogs lineup today. And it's been an interesting story in the terms of what happened to the Crestwood Panthers. They started today with Justin Strasburger, who cruised in a way to pitcher of the week. And his numbers went like this because I didn't get to really talk about how well he did. I emphasized how well he did, but this is what his stat line looked like. 6 innings pitched, 1 run. It was not earned. No hits, 3 walks, and 12 strikeouts. So after 1 walk, he would strike out 4 hitters. So he had a good strikeout to walk ratio in his start. He won pitcher of the week. In week 3, the Corndogs won the first 2 pitchers of the week, as it was Frank Plezak and Rex Stills who started today's game. But again, it was just Strasburger pitched 1 inning. Deal waves at 1 and misses 0-1. So Strasburger pitched 1 inning and came right out of the game. And you would think after the 1 inning he would have kept going, but he was taken right out of the game. And hopefully he's okay. And it's not he had to come out of the game because of an injury. Hopefully it was just that that was this plan to let Cook come in if he struggled. And there's going to be a conversation between Wright and his new pitcher, Foro. Little brief talk on the mound is
Charlie Farrow.
Farrow. Okay, so it is Farrow. We can't confirm that now. Thank you for pronunciation sheets.
Exactly. That's an interesting last name, Farrow, like in Egypt.
Yeah, the Pharaoh. I just was watching The Mummy on HBO Max the other day. Down low, 1-1, all the way from 1999, which you kind of watch the movie and, you know, it's a little bit behind in terms of like CGI and stuff. But that was the year I was born, so it doesn't make me feel good. Deal swings that fastball inside, missed, and 1-2. Hardy cuts from Jaden Deal. He's trying to do damage with those swings, but is that right now he's just not making contact through the first two. 1-2, and Deal is down on strikes. He swung at all three. He'll back to the dugout. And for the Crestwood Panthers, they've had the strikeout pitch working, as that's the 10th strikeout as a team they've had against the Corndogs. And this is a Corndogs team that doesn't strike out a whole lot.
Well, with that, brings up Colin Small, who is still 2 for 2 on the day. This is only his third at-bat.
Showed bunt, pulled back. The pitch was below his knees. And you're right, Colin Small, 2 for 2 with a run scored and a stolen base. And he's been pretty good. He can't catch up to the fastball 1-1. Even yesterday he had a multi-hit game, and usually you don't get that from a 9-hole hitter, and you see Colin Small getting more and more confident as the season has went along. The pitch, Small bunts it, and it will be a strike because it was foul. Jumping on the play was Aiden Wright, the backstop for the Panthers today. Count is moving along to 1-2 as Charlie Farrow will try to get his second strikeout. And it's a different spelling for Farrow. I think in Egypt it's P-H-A-R-O-U-G-H. That's my best guess. You may have to double check me. Maybe there's 2 R's. The pitch, Colin Small hits one in the air. Not deep. Coming in is Fesick, and he can't make the play. Fusik cannot make the play. And Colin Small have a day. He's 3 for 3 as he's over at first base now. And just, again, the 9-hole hitter doing some damage.
Yeah, and Peter Fusek made a deep, deep run all the way in from left field. And you almost think maybe Connor Janik could have helped him out a little bit on that, but the lack of communication potentially cost them another hit to Colin Small there.
Here comes Curiel. There's a strike top of the zone. Curiel batting leadoff, and we've talked about it. We felt pretty good about Curiel at the leadoff spot. He seems like he's very confident to start off the game for the Corndogs, and he's been moving around the order. He's been at 1. He's been batting, I want to say he batted second a few times. But usually towards the bottom of the order when you have Noble, Terry, and Schultz, and Curiel will bunt this one off the fence to his left, 0-2. Not the best bunt in the world from Curiel, and now he has to protect with 2 strikes. As the Corndogs know that this is a close game. It's a 2-run game, getting late into it, and they were trying to manufacture a run there as Connor Janik was playing back at third base, and Curiel's got some good speed. If he was able to lay that one down successfully towards that third base line, it would have come down to a foot race. And Curiel usually doesn't lose too many foot races. I think the only person that may have a chance against Cal Curiel would be PA announcer Tom Bialik. Unless somehow, some way, he pulls a hammy in the process. Maybe if we give him a head start like they do with the Freeze in Atlanta. Pitch, Curiel hits one off the end of the bat. He hits it to the right, 0-2. My goal in every game, Noel, for this season is to make Tom laugh once, and there it is. The streak continues. That's 9 straight games. We're doing well for ourselves over here. Kind of like Gavin Terry, who's not in the lamp today, but Terry's on a streak of his own, as we'll save that for another day. Pitch, Curiel hits one off to the right. Noel already stole my line of staying alive in the Bee Gees. So now I have to request, if you're going to steal the line, Noel, you have to at least sing me part of the song. You know what part I'm talking about.
Well, maybe I won't give you the chorus, but I'll give you a little taste. Well, you can't tell by the way I use. That's all.
There you go. You got a little taste. Maybe it'll be on his mixtape. Pitch. Runner on the move. The throw from right is off to the right. Small is in.
Colin Small off to the races.
Colin Small had a small window to work his way through with his right foot. He got it onto that right corner, and he's in there. And if Aiden Wright had that throw a little bit to his right, so the left of Murray Garrett, they probably would have gotten Colin Small, but he had to come across his body and get Small. But in that short amount of time, Small was able to get in there, and the Corndogs have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Curiel has seen a lot of pitches.
Great positioning by Small on the slide there.
He's going again. Ball in the dirt, and Colin Small is going to steal another base.
You just can't stop him. He's too dangerous. If he's on first, he's already on third.
He is a thief of the night. Colin Small looks like the horse at the races, just continuing to go around and around. And the baseball can't catch him. That's 2 stolen bases in this at bat, I say, for Colin Small, and also in Currial's at bat. That's now 3 stolen bases on the night for Colin Small, who made a case for Macron Player of the Game last night. He's making another strong case tonight. 2-2, a ball in play could score a run. Pitch. That one's just missed. Wow. Stone Colts take for ball 3. It's 3-2.
I like the take there from Curiel because a lot of guys in that situation, you're thinking we've lived by the sac fly today. You might as well keep it going. And Small has a lot of speed. Almost anything hit deep will be able to score him.
Payoff pitch. And Curiel is down on strikes. He got beat by the fastball. That's the second strikeout for Farrow. But I have to say, it was nice, long at bat from Curiel. Fouling off some pitches. Just didn't get the result he wanted there. And Donovan Noble, who's had a rough one, will get a chance to come up big for his team. Bottom of the 7th. Runner at third, 2 outs. The pitch to Farrow is a strike. It was called on that outside corner. As Farrow keeps going out there. And Noble stepped out, stepped back in. It's the first time he's seen a pitch from Farrow. He's trying to get an idea what it's going to look like. And the 0-1 was out. And you had nod of approval. You thought that one was outside too, Noel.
Oh, definitely.
1-1.
And I like the take there from Noble.
Noble has always had a keen eye at the plate. Very disciplined hitter. The pitch. And that's off of Wright, but Wright shakes it off. He immediately reaches back for a baseball from Andy Pappas, and he throws it to his pitcher. Now Andy Pappas is going to wipe off maybe a smidge of dirt on the home plate, as once again we see the relationship between backstop and home plate umpire coming into play there. As the home plate umpire knows, the only person between him and a 88-mile-per-hour fastball to the chest is that catcher. 1-2 to Noble. Noble swings and misses. 3 strikeouts in this inning from Farrow, and that's going to be now 12 strikeouts on the day for the Crestwood Panthers. Let's go to the 8th with the Corndogs up 4-2, and you're watching the Corndogs on the Corndogs Broadcasting Network. And let's send it over to Noel Ferry for the 8th inning. You're lucky you're getting this because you need to go watch the Sandlot, mister.
Thank you, Andrew. I do have a day off tomorrow, so I'm going to be sure to do that. Here's a reminder that Purdue Federal Credit Union is a proud partner of the Crown Point community and support organizations like the Corndogs. At Purdue Federal, we take pride in being your financial partner through all of life's big events. You can visit us just down the road at 113th and Broadway or always online at purduefed.com. Purdue Federal Credit Union, your trusted financial partner for life. And our final, the University of Chicago is proud to be the exclusive medical provider of your Lake County Corndogs. UChicago Medicine is a leading community of physicians, researchers, and game changers that make a difference in your life. UChicago Medicine at the forefront. Aiden Wright starting off this top of the 8th for the Crestwood Panthers. Only down by 2. Anything can happen here. Mark Torr on the mound for the Lake County Corndogs. Still plenty of baseball to be played here. Aiden Wright has played a good game behind the plate tonight. Strike 1 called. Bottom left corner. Couple good throws by Wright from behind the plate, but it's those costly wild pitches that have scored a couple runs for the Corndogs. That's a breaking ball down in the dirt. Ball 1. See Tom Metz back in the bullpen for the Corndogs warming up. Comes the 1-1. That one's hit into left, and that just barely stays fair. And there's Cal Curiel, able to keep him over at first. Pretty impressive throw by Curiel there. A lot of speed on that. And that's another one of those instances where you might have almost hit the ball too hard, as it made its way into the glove of Cal Curiel very quickly. He used a full body throw there to keep Aiden Wright over at first. That brings up Ray Hilbrick. Runner on first. And the tying run is at the plate. Here comes the first. Swing and a miss from Ray Hilbrick. Both pitchers now for each team. Relatively similar pitch counts. Lower, 18 and 20. So they're still fresh. We'll see if Tor can get these quick outs that he needs. Comes the 0-1. There goes Wright, and that's a bad throw by Deal, but it's corralled by Colin Small. Tried to fake him out for the run to third, but did not fool Aiden Wright, as that was one of those situations where it was off to the right or left from his perspective of Tyler Schultz, but Colin Small was right behind him to grab the ball, and after grabbing it, he was still facing backwards, was looking around almost as if it hadn't gotten into his glove. Definitely fooled me, but not Aiden Wright. He stayed at second and avoided getting a relatively embarrassing out. No outs, runner at second. Swing and a miss from Hilbrick. Runner in scoring position. 1-2. Corndogs still looking to remain perfect at home. A much needed out here. The 1-2. That's up too high. Yeah, Father's Day on Sunday here at Legacy Field. No better way to treat your dad on Father's Day than coming to Legacy Fields, catching some great baseball as the Corndogs always show out for the fans. Visiting the beer garden, the merchandise tent, grabbing some corn dogs. It's a great time, a great family environment. Here comes the 2-2. That is just high from Mark Tour to make it a full count. This is huge here. Big turnaround. That would be runners at first and second, as opposed to one out and a runner just in scoring position. Tor's got to be careful on this one. Potentially can end a rally here. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Ray Hilbrick retires the first. Bringing up Alex Loss for the Crestwood Panthers. And I don't mind the swing there, as that was going to be strike 3, most likely. It was a breaking ball that was headed right down the middle of the plate. Just couldn't catch up to it. Alex Loss, 0 for 2 on the day. Still a runner in scoring position, 1 out. Here comes his first. That's a breaking ball that goes off outside. Ball 1. I've been very impressed with the play we've seen today from if you want to say out-of-position players, but it's a little drastic to say that here in a summer league. Comes the 1-0. That one's down in the dirt. And there goes Wright over to third on a wild pitch from Mark Tour. But with Sakamoto over at third, we've seen 2 times today him make great backhanded fields and very accurate throws over to Brett Mattheis at first. And then Cal Curiel over in left field had a great play earlier in this inning. This is why Aiden Wright is even on base to begin with, but kept him at first. That one just catches inside for strike 1. It's a huge pitch from Tor. Donovan Noble used to being a ball magnet out on the field for the Corndogs, as he's usually over there at second or shortstop when Colin Small is in. But today in center field, he's seen barely anything at all. The 1-1, that one's fouled straight back. Low-scoring game here today, especially since last game here at Legacy Field was so many runs were scored. That seems like it was quite some time ago, but we did make a little bit of a road trip, visiting Hammond and Chicago. Deuce is wild. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout swinging for Mark Torr.
Now batting for the Panthers,
His
number 30,
third of the day.
Dunn.
And they're looking to strand Aiden Wright over there at third as Hobbs Dunn comes up, and we're seeing a meeting here for Mark Torr. And here comes Jake Thomas, and Torr, after the strikeout, is done for the day, but pitched a great game for the Corndogs. And Thomas is coming in looking to end this game. But we will be right back after this pitching change. A reminder that each pitching change is brought to you by IBEW Local 697, proud partner of the Lake County Corndogs. Welcome back to Legacy Field. Reminder that every pitching change is brought to you by IBEW Local 697. Here's Jake Thomas, the southpaw on the mound for the Lake County Corndogs. Not to mention, he is the one that convinced me to get up on the dunk tank at the Crown Antique Mall earlier this week. But he was gracious enough to give me an undershirt after my clothes were soaked. Here comes the first to Hobbs Dunn, as that one's popped up into right, but that's fallen into a Bermuda Triangle. Colin Small is there to end the innings. And one pitch, and it's done for Jake Thomas. Now, that one's quick. We came back, and we'll head and right out again. We will be back in the bottom of the eighth after this. Welcome back to Legacy Fields, 4-2. Lake County Corndogs on top of the Crestwood Panthers in their first matchup together. And here's a reminder that Robin Salzadier with At Properties is a proud partner of the Lake County Corndogs. Whether you are purchasing a new home or selling the one you currently own, Robin specializes in obtaining the best price in Northwest Indiana. Call her today at 312-671-0034. Also, Athletico Physical Therapy is a proud partner of the Lake County Corndogs. We treat you, not just your injury. Visit athletico.com to book your appointment today. Brett Mattheis out for the Corndogs, looking to grab a couple insurance runs here potentially. Third batter in the order. Here comes the first pitch. That's inside. Cool breeze blowing in now. That definitely feels good and is needed. Should be seeing the end of this heat wave by tomorrow. That one fouled straight back by Mattheis.
Ladies and gentlemen, the concession stand will be closing shortly, so head on down. Grab a hot dog, corn dog,
It's been an interesting game today. Really hard to classify it as, maybe a pitching duel, but not too much action from the bats either. Mattheis thought about that one, but it was outside and too high.
Yeah, I think the good way to really label this game is it's been a strikeout fest.
Yeah.
Been a lot of strikeouts today.
The 2-1. That one catches. Inside, strike two. Two of the runs for the Corndogs have come off of sac flies. So that one's hit straight to first baseman, Jacob White, by Brett Mattheis. Retires him quickly. Bringing up Roman Kuntz.
Now batting number 19, Roman.
To the famous song Still Dre by Dr. Dre. Not sure if that's his exact walk-up song, but that's what he's walking up to right now. That reminds me of the Super Bowl halftime performance of this past Super Bowl. There's a checked swing from Kuntz, but it was right down the middle, strike one.
By far my favorite part was Eminem's part.
Yeah.
Or when 50 Cent came from the
50
ceiling.
Cent from the ceiling. That one's way outside.
When I think of 50 Cent, I don't really think of his rap career or that going on. But when he threw a first pitch at the Mets game and missed it about 50 feet outside.
When I hear 50 Cent, I just think of Candy Shop. Big swing and a miss from Kuntz. There have been so many iconic first pitches over the years.
Yeah.
I've seen, one hit a reporter right where you don't want to be hit. There's a check swing from Kuntz.
Yeah, that was a Red Sox game to celebrate the 2007 team, and it sailed, and it hit where the sun don't shine for that reporter.
Another one where it hit the camera of a reporter outside. Once again, full count.
How about, I'm going to blank on her name, Carly Rae
Jepsen.
Jepsen. Her
Yes.
first pitch at a Rays game, it maybe went 10 feet.
Yes. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, dropped. Foul ball. Almost into the glove of Aiden Wright. Got a bit ahead of myself here.
Why are you getting excited for the other side?
Yeah, I try to keep it at least a little bit fair, but I think we all know.
I guess when you've seen 12 tonight, you kind of get used to it.
Very true. We'll see full count again. Here it comes. That's no strike called ball. And there's a walk for Roman Kuntz. He remains 1-2 on the day. Tyler Schultz coming up to Something to Prove by Lil Baby, a personal favorite song of mine. I listened to it a lot my freshman year of college. It's a great choice by Tom over here, PA announcer.
I thought you were going to say freshman year of high school.
That one's fouled straight back by Schultz.
I'm trying to think of songs I listened to my freshman year of high school.
Freshman year of high school. I think I actually would listen to Candy Shop by 50 Cent.
There we go.
a lot
You see how everything comes full circle up here in the booth. Everything makes sense.
And that's kind of a strange thing to admit. There's a big swing and a miss from Schultz. 'Cause I don't think too many people just go around listening to Candy Shop.
I'm going to listen to it on the way home now, just in spite of
Yeah. 0-2. Here it comes. Schultz backs off of that one, and it's inside for ball one. Yeah, if you take a look at my playlist of what I would listen to my freshman year, I actually think it is the most diverse. And that's one's hit straight to the pitcher, attempting the double play. There goes Schultz. And he's safe at first, not before Roman Kuntz is thrown out at second, but there was a big hesitation there, almost a pump fake from Charlie Farrow that allowed Schultz to make it to first safely. No throw attempted by Maury Garrett.
You know, I do have a song that I listen to. It was The Show Goes On. That's a great song. And I'm not one to usually listen to a lot of rap, but that is one song I remember distinctly. I can get through some of it.
There's ball one to Doug Loden.
My music taste has really jumped to country, especially Luke Combs. We listened to a lot of Luke Combs going to Chicago and back yesterday.
We definitely did. I'm a big fan of Luke Combs, personally. That's a guy who you would find on my freshman year music list. Swing and a miss from Loden.
I like Beer Never Broke My Heart, and then When It Rains It Pours, and of course Beautiful Crazy is played at every wedding nowadays, especially if it's in an area where there's more farmland. But for good reasons, it's a great song.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss from Loden.
If you had to pick a walk-up song right now, Noel, what would it be?
My personal walk-up song right now. That's, oh, man, you're putting me on the spot for that.
Well, I'm going to give you a quick answer, so I give you some time. Anything that's salsa, because my last name's Mild, so it'll be like Mild Salsa as they come up to the plate.
Go.
There you go.
Okay. Not too many good songs for Noel Ferry. 1-2. Outside and up high. Ball two. Deuces wild with Andrew Mild. Salsa. And if I had to have a walk-up song right now, it would either be Rap Saved Me by 21 Savage and Offset.
No idea what that song is.
Here comes the 2-2. That one's fouled straight back by Loden. That would probably be it for me.
So
I'm a big fan of rap music.
Here's the deal. I'll listen to the song if you watch The Sandlot, but you have to watch The Sandlot first.
Deal. I'll send proof, too.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose any more innings.
There will be a quiz.
Yeah.
We will put you on the field,
Next.
and we will have Tom quiz you in
Next.
front of all these people,
Yes.
just to confirm.
I will take part.
Friday.
Friday.
We're putting you out there if you watch it or not.
That one's fouled off once again by Loden. He's battling, trying to potentially get some more insurance runs here. Only 3 outs left for the Panthers to get ahead of the Corndogs here.
And if you get at least one question wrong, you're going into the little pond beyond the center field wall.
Yeah. 2-2, I think. That one's hit right to the pitcher once again, Farrow, but that's going to be an easy out for Crestwood over at second. And that'll end the inning. Corndogs on top 2. We'll see if they can survive this top of the 9th once we get back. Corndogs on top 4-2 here at Legacy Field. 4-2. Can the Corndogs survive? I'm Noel Ferry, sending it off to Andrew Mild for your play-by-play.
Thanks, Noel. And again, Friday, we're going to try to get Noel in this end of the 8th contestant show where we can ask him some questions about the Sandlot, since he's a baseball broadcaster but has not seen arguably the best baseball movie, that is The Sandlot. It's the top of the 9th, Corndogs up 2. And one more time, Noel, for this game, hopefully, every pitching change is brought to you by IBEW Local 697, proud partner of
The Lake County Corndogs.
Thanks, Noel, for finishing it off. And hopefully Doug Loden can finish it off, as he pitched a couple days ago in that 17-0 thrashing of the American Giants, where he went 1 inning and he struck out 1 hitter, got a line out to right, and then a fly ball on the infield that was squeezed by Scott Hansen. Well, he'll face off against Jacob White, Maury Garrett, and Nico Pena, who are due up for the Panthers. The Corndogs win this game. They move to 9-0 at home, and they would have officially beaten every team in the league thus far. That'd be 5 other opponents in the Northern League. Loden starts as a windup. Here's the pitch. White, first pitch swinging, will hit it out of play, and there's strike 1.
What can't Loden do? He even came in and closed out his own game where he hit 2 home runs the other day.
Loden does throw the ball exceptionally hard, the pitch, and it will go down low, 1-1. Doug Loden, the right-hander that attended Lake Central High School, Juliet Junior College, and will be heading up north to Michigan for Oakland University. Loden fires 1-1, and White misses 1-2. It was the fastball, no doubt about it. Jumps out of the hand of the 4-eyed fastball thrower. We'll do 1-2. Loden looking in for the sign. Peering over the glove. Here comes the pitch. Skied into center field. Is the lights going to play a factor here? It's hanging up. Donovan Noble coming in, going to his right, and he drops the ball. They're going to throw to second base. Mattheis is there, and that's going to be an 8-3 putout to start it off. What awareness by Brett Mattheis at first base to cover second base and get the out.
I mean, that just saved the Corndogs in a major way. Wow. I mean, you know that the lights are playing a huge factor here, and that was an awkwardly hit ball to begin with, so high up in the wind, stopping it in its tracks. Wow, that's just great baseball.
How did Mattheis know to go to second base there? That might be the first 8-3 I have ever seen after an error in center field, and you can't really blame Noble either. Loden wastes no time, throws a fastball down Broadway. Bunch of musical ticket while you're down there, and it's strike 1. It was the lights, and then the wind was making the ball dance. 0-1, and it was down low, 1-1. Once that baseball gives above the lights, it's really a free-for-all. Who's going to try and catch it? And Noble tried to. The ball was in the glove, but then it popped right out. Popped out like a jackrabbit coming out of a hat. Pitch. Down low, 2-1. No, why do I feel like you could be pretty good at magic tricks? Did you ever have like a magic kit at any time?
I actually do have a pretty good magic trick that fools a lot of people. You can put it in slow motion, and people still can't tell me how I do it.
Which is what?
I can transfer a penny from one hand to the other.
Here comes Doug Loden. Foul ball, right side, 2-2. Well, you did trick me into getting a broadcasting job without watching the movie The Sandlot, so there's that. So you must be an exceptional deceiver.
Yeah. You know, I even had a few card tricks back in the day, but I honestly forgot them. All I have left is that penny. I actually have a funny story about magic tricks.
Here comes the break-even pitch from Loden. Called strike 3. Paint the corner, Doug Loden. There's 2 outs.
Wow. Doug Loden, a magician out there on the field. What can't he do?
Number 9, Nico Pena.
He can hit home runs. He can drive in runs. He can strike out hitters. And he can consume pretty good corn dogs here at Legacy Field. And it's all up to Nico Pena. Corn Dogs are 1 out away from picking up their 12th win and extending the lead in first place. Doug Loden rocks and fires. And an awkward cut from Nico Pena. It's 0-1. The Panthers are down to their final out. If you're a superstitious type of person, you might want to try and do whatever you're doing here to get 2 more strikes. And that one won't be a strike, 1-1. I am superstitious. I am not a little stitious. I'm a little opposite of Michael Scott from The Office. Always have been, always will be, thanks to baseball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Doug Loden has the bases clear. Tying run is on deck. Doug Loden pitches, and that's called strike 2. Panthers are on the ropes here. Can Doug Loden throw the haymaker that puts them down for the count? And the Corndog fans can celebrate into the warm night skies. Pitch black, all the lights. Another magical night at Legacy Fields. Doug Loden trying to pick up his first save. He goes into his windup. The pitch. Corndogs win, called strike 3. And the Corndogs are 9-0 at home, 12-5 on the season, and go up 3.5 games in the first place. Corndogs win with a final tally of 4-2. It was another fun one here.
I don't think there's a single team, player, or coach that wants to make their way to Legacy Fields here in Crown Point. Corndogs undefeated at home.
That's going to do it here. And let's reveal our background player of the game. It's going to be Colin Small. Colin Small, 3 for 3 with a run scored and 3 stolen bases on the game. I'm going to go have a conversation with Colin Small, and we will post that on the Corndogs YouTube page, which is Lake County Corndogs. And then if you want to buy tickets to come to a game this season, you can head over to LakeCountyCorndogsBaseball.com and check out some of our stories from previous ball games if you want to catch up on the season. For Noel Ferry, I'm Andrew Mild. Stick around for the Corndogs postgame show. Again, the final score, Corndogs 4, Panthers 2.
Welcome back to Legacy Fields. I'm Noel Ferry here for your post-game show. Corndogs take this one 4-2 on a shaky game where the Corndogs advanced to 12-5. Crestwood Panthers back down to 500 at 9-9. And it was a relatively even ball game overall. It's just, when those hits happened for each team coming in clutch moments. 2 runs scored by the Panthers, 4 by the Corndogs. Both teams shared 6 hits each, but the Corndogs were able to score on 2 sac flies, which proved to be the difference makers. Only 1 error committed in the entire game, and that was by the Panthers. Almost an error that could have been costly there in the top of the 9th when Donovan Noble wasn't able to come down with the ball from his center field position, but Brett Mattheis made his way over to second and, you don't want to say saved the game, but made a huge play that ended it for sure. Doug Loden grabbing his first save of his career here as a Corndog. Your Macron player of the game is Colin Small, and you can see Andrew out there right over at second, his natural position there in the distance, having a conversation with Colin. Colin went 3 for 3 today, and if I'm not mistaken, crossed the plate once. And was Corndogs, like I said, able to score on a couple sac flies earlier to start off the game. Cal Curiel hit a double, followed up by a strikeout from Donovan Noble, but then it was Brett Mattheis who hit another double for the Corndogs that drove in Cal Curiel. Roman Kuntz hit the single that drove in Brett Mattheis. That put the Corndogs on top by 2. Crestwood Panthers were able to cut it to 2-1. Not before the Corndogs able to make it 4-1. And then in the top of the 6th inning, the Panthers cut it to 2-4, but did not cross the plate after that. The play of the game is going to have to go to Colin Small, your Macron player of the game, with the leaping grab into the double play at second to end I believe that was the 3rd inning for the Corndogs when Rex Stills really needed their help there. Wasn't falling apart, I would say, but it definitely was a big sigh of relief for Stills when his infield was able to turn plays like that. You can sleep well at night knowing that. Looking ahead, tomorrow we travel to the Northwest Indiana Oil City Stadium. I will unfortunately not be in attendance, but you'll be able to hear Andrew Mild on the call for that game. And then on Friday, we're back home. Well, hopefully the Corndogs can advance and keep this win streak alive at 2 after defeating the Chicago American Giants yesterday. But as for now, that's all we've got for you today. I'm Noel Ferry for Andrew Mild. Corndogs take this one 4-2, and we'll see you guys next time.